Okay, so here are 20 features in Procreate you may not know about. And no, this doesn't include generic ones such as previewing canvases or emerging layers with 2 fingers. So, you ready? Here's number 1. Tapping and holding the eraser icon will set your current brush as your eraser, so you don't have to scroll down and locate the exact same brush in the menu again. And by the way, this also applies to the smudge tool. Now we all know about the quick shape tool in Procreate that came with version 4.3, which allows you to create these perfectly straight lines. Place another finger on the canvas and you can actually snap the rotation of the quick shape in 15-degree increments. Oh, and this is also what you use to get these perfectly round circles. Tired of going to the settings every time you want to cut, copy, or paste? Simply swipe down or up with 3 fingers in order to bring up a floating menu to save some time. Now, speaking of floating menus, if you have a 2nd generation Apple Pencil, double tapping twice can bring up the quick menu for even more advanced settings. More on that in this video. Want to undo and redo faster? Tap with 2 fingers to undo and 3 fingers to redo. Tap and hold to undo and redo continuously until you lift off your fingers. Swipe right with 2 fingers on the layer to enable alpha lock, but that's something you most likely already know. What you probably don't know is the fact that you can tap with 2 fingers to adjust the opacity of the layer, and tapping and holding with 2 fingers will result into selecting the contents. The Procreate user interface is great, but sometimes you just don't want those borders to get in your way while drawing. For that, simply tap with 4 fingers to enable full screen mode to get the most out of your iPad screen real estate. Tap again to bring them back. Something you also may not know about is that you can invert the shape and grain source by tapping with 2 fingers and rotate them by using the standard rotation gesture. Very useful, especially for brush makers. Oh, and if you're someone who uses the blur effects often, you should also definitely try to control the direction of the blur with the Apple Pencil. Now we all know about the color drop feature in Procreate. Aside from being super satisfying, it actually allows you to tweak the way color drop detects the edges. So in order to avoid accidental overflows, you can simply drag along the sliders to set the threshold and get just the right results. Now speaking of colors, it's also worth noting that tapping and holding the color icon will select the previous color, and double tapping around the saturation disk is going to snap to ideal color variations for the hue you're on. So if you want perfect whites and blacks, you can simply double tap and you're good to go. Oh yeah, and the saturation disk is also zoomable, which gives you even more accurate control over your color choice. Now lastly, if you head over to Instagram and type in Calligraphy DK in the search bar, you'll actually realize that this is just another shameless plug and not a feature, but I'd still appreciate you checking out my page. Plus I also reply if you have anything you'd like to know about related to Procreate or calligraphy. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Feel free to let me know in the comments how many features you already knew about. I might do another one just for Procreate 5, but until then, until the official release, which is hopefully coming very soon, thanks so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next video.